Good morning, Cincinnati, from
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge still. Good morning, Cincinnati. Still.
BRB. Tom, why don't you take over?
Okay. What I know, she's going to get the weather. Sorry, I forgot it. How come cats have a happy noise when they purr, but dogs don't, but dogs have a sad noise when they whimper? But not the other way. Cats don't have a sad noise, and dogs don't have a happy noise.
Okay. Today, it is going to be 43 degrees today in Baton Rouge.
It's nasty outside. We had to bring in artificial lighting because we don't have enough lighting here for a show.
Can't tell. And Cincinnati, ooh, Nelly. You guys got a big old sun.
It looks good.
But it's only going to be 39.
It's 18 right now.
So
18!
Even on a crappy, stormy day, we still beat you in the temperature.
It's like still below freezing. I never noticed that, like being in a winter outside of Cincinnati looking into it. It looks bad.
Yesterday, we had some barely freezing rain, and it hadn't even happened yet, and a lot of schools closed.
That's hilarious. There was absolutely nothing hit the ground. Nothing hit the ground. But I woke up and there was a winter storm warning, and I looked and they said, the chance of freezing rain coming. And they canceled all the schools.
Not us, though. Hansen Homeschool, #1.
Hansen Homeschool never closes. Ever.
Anyway, so we thought we'd take the opportunity today to talk about some of the comments and stuff that's been going on your side of things.
Yeah, because to us, the best part of this whole thing is the comments. Just trying to come up with things that will get the best comments. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
And we spend our days
and nights.
This show is really a burden because we just spend our entire lives thinking, is this show-worthy? Is this a show-worthy event?
Good enough?
Is this good enough to merit a good Josh Knuckle comment or a Lisa Rosa desire to see more? That's what we spend our lives doing.
By the way, I just want to put this out there, has been sending me death threats.
Fan mail.
Through
in the form of
text
death threats.
And Facebook messages.
She just loves the show.
To get the show up.
She
and
just loves
I'm
the
a little
show.
scared for my life, Lisa, quite honestly. But
She's
hopefully
just
this does
excited.
it for you. Josh Knuckle, by the way. We never did talk about your little Cindy Crawford experience, which I'm not so sure really happened anyway. But
yeah, it looks like AJ in a Cindy Crawford suit.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah.
But how does that happen? Was she there because like she was visiting the sick children? Is that what it is? And it was like a promotional thing?
I think maybe she like steals life blood from them to keep living, to keep going on.
That looks like it. She looks like she's had some work done in the face area.
Like, you mean she was in an office? She worked in an office?
No. Anyway.
So let's talk about the comments. Okay, so we call this segment Honorable Mentions.
Honorable Mentions.
Where your comments merit an honorable mention from us. So let's kick it off with Cindy Crawford here. So go back up first.
Okay.
I guess AJ was on your account, Josh. That's not safe.
You should always log out.
Tide became Hitler when that happened one time, so I would be careful about that.
When I woke up this morning, I was greeted by a skull-throbbing sinus infection. Ouch.
Is this AJ or is this Josh saying this?
This is Josh.
AJ saying it.
This is AJ saying it, but it's on Josh's account.
Weird. So, AJ, why couldn't you just log in your own account?
So, wait, does this honorable mention, is this for AJ or Josh?
No, AJ forfeited that right when he put it on Josh's wall.
Luckily, local celebrity AJ Iorio stopped by Children's Hospital to deliver me some tissues
That's
and
not
drugs.
good taste. He's writing something and he calls himself a local celebrity.
Just let me get through the comment, okay?
I'm sorry.
After this, Ajax then revealed to us his intentions of spending some time in the playroom. Once there, the next thing we noticed was an entourage of fancy perfume and expensive clothing. And from the cloud of witnesses emerged the one and only Cindy Crawford. She must have caught a rumor that Ajax's knuckle was staying on floor A5. AJ happened to have a camera, and the rest is history. ... Or my profile picture. So...
Josh wants to get on the show. Well, you've done it, buddy. You made it.
Later on, Josh makes a comment about wanting to get on the show. Norse has a pretty funny Katie Holmes story where she barely saw Katie Holmes.
Well, we got to stay on Josh here. Let's finish up with...
What?
So Josh comes back on.
Norse, he's doing this to you, not me.
Norse, I'm going to come back to you. Wait your turn, okay? It'll happen.
AJ left out the juicy details of the Cindy Crawford story, most notably the part where she awkwardly placed her hand on my low back for the picture and the limp, moist handshake she gave me.
Ugh.
It must have been an odd life to know that most everyone you met has already seen you nearly naked and exercising.
Now I understand why AJ is commenting, because Josh's comments are just inappropriate.
Yeah. Nobody wants to talk about nudity, Josh, okay? Let's keep this PG.
Let's not do that. But listen, the thing about this that I think is most funny is all of this is like supposed to be, if you read the comments on the picture and stuff, it's all supposed to be like for Ajax's benefit. Ooh, Ajax gets to meet Cindy Crawford. Which, like, he lives in a world, in his generation, he'll never know who Cindy Crawford is.
Thank goodness.
By the time he gets old, I can just imagine Ajax turning, 10 when he could finally pull him aside. I mean, show him the Facebook, stuff and say, you met Cindy Crawford. And I think really what's going to happen is
he's going to have a breakdown.
Well, he'll be like, who is that? And why were you creating a Facebook profile for me when I was a baby and pretending like you were me? Because I think in the future, I used to think Google was going to take over the world, but now I think Facebook is. And that's going to be a capital crime. Getting on and creating a Facebook, that's going to be fraud.
Sorry, I zoomed out. So
Conspiracy theories.
Lauren Dukes about meeting Danny Graves.
I don't know who that is.
The Reds player?
Oh yeah, of course, sports. I know all about those.
Let's see. Norse.
Go back to Norse. Norse, we gotta go. We gotta talk about her because I.
That's okay. She almost met Katie Holmes.
Oh, and she ran out there.
Yeah, and she
got tackled by paparazzi.
Yeah, not fun. And Fran saw Gina Davis in Starbucks.
Gina Davis, League of Their Own. I like that movie. Okay, so those are all of our celebrity stuff.
So those are some good honorable mentions, I believe.
I want to give an honorable mention to Laura Matry.
Because she reposted us in her status.
But she's also supported my jokes twice when all others failed to support my jokes. She's like a good, strong foundation that I build the house of my jokes on.
This is getting awkward.
Hey,
anyway, Laura, you're great.
You are great, Laura. We make the show for people like you.
So, next what we want to talk about, Best in Show from the Thursday night NBC lineup last night.
One of our favorite things in the world that we missed from Cincinnati is driving up to Landmark Baptist Church, coming in on Friday evening, pull in there, snuggle up with some Little Caesars pizza, and 2-liter pop out of a plastic cup.
He's talking about leadership.
Well, I'm giving all the details of like creating an atmosphere.
Right, but I just cut right to the point because this is getting a little.
Okay. We go to leadership. We talk about the shows there.
I
was painting a beautiful picture, and you just cut right to the chase. All right, that's fine.
So last night we had Community.
Which was good. It was the Lord of the Rings thing.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was hilarious.
But it was Dungeons and Dragons, I think.
It was Dungeons and Dragons, but it was like a Lord of the Rings theme.
And then Perfect Couples, which is a great new show. If you're not watching it, you should. It's hilarious.
She likes it. I like it too. I didn't mean that I didn't like it.
Number 3, The Office, was pretty good. Holly and Michael finally getting back together.
I can't deal with The Office right now. Like, because... okay, go ahead.
And then Parks and Rec, which was my favorite. And then 30 Rock. So, what was your favorite of the night? Best in show?
Well, let me tell you about The Office right now. I used to be, come on. I used to be diehard, you know what I mean? Diehard
me too.
Office fan.
I still am.
But now that I know that Steve Carell is leaving, Will Ferrell's coming later, but I just can't watch it. And my thing about The Office is, it always is like creating these like weird new storylines that are like, oh man, we got a new boss, we got a new mother, like parent company, we've got a new this, Holly's here, Gabe's there, but they don't do anything with it. They just create it. They'll spend a whole episode creating this thing and don't ever follow up on it. Like Kelly going to business school. Like, I feel like my heart's been pulled too many times and I just can't
I understand.
give my heart to another plot twist.
Anyway, I still really like it. And did you hear the girl who plays Kelly, Mindy Kaling, is also leaving the show with Steve Carell because her contract's up?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Well, I believe Best in Show last night was Parks and Rec.
Tell them what happened during Parks and Rec.
Well, if you haven't watched it yet, it's a really good episode. They mentioned Twilight like crazy in it.
Which is crazy because we're a huge Parks and Rec. Kat watches it every night before
before I go to bed.
Every night, no matter what.
Just because it helps me fall asleep because the regularity of it, you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean, right? If you have a fan or whatever. I have Parks and Rec. Our worlds collided last night, and it was really pretty crazy. That was an awesome shout out for Stephanie.
Yeah, that was. What was crazy about it, this is what happened last night. We're watching it, and we have crazy problems with our cable box. And it's like shutting down, and then like, it was like right when we were watching it, where we're most excited for Parks and Rec, it comes on, then the guy comes in with the Twilight books, and then like, boom, it's gone.
Yeah, turns off for like 5-7 minutes. And we're like trying to get it, what should we do? We don't know.
Freaking out.
And then I, as the nice, caring, supportive wife that I am, suggest maybe let's try changing the channel and then coming back to it. Maybe because all the other channels were working. And so I was like, let's change the channel and then come back to it. Maybe it'll come back on. Here's Tom. No, I ain't gonna do that.
That's how I always talk.
And I had to fight him. I was like, Tom, listen.
Literally fought me.
Just try it.
Literally was
He's
like
okay, but it's not gonna work. Clicks it, turns it back, it works.
Yeah.
So we missed out on 7 minutes of television because of this guy's pride.
Not my pride. Yeah, and I could barely even finish the episode through the black eye you gave me when you punched me right in the eyeball.
That never happened. Do you see a black eye? Anyway, that's all we got for you guys today. I've been mentioning the giveaways coming up. Giveaways, plural, because there will be more than one.
TBD.
So, TBD. Because we can't agree on what the prize should be. I know what I want it to be. Tom doesn't agree with me. Also, if you haven't heard yet, in my blog I had mentioned that we are going to Washington now.
No.
Plans change again.
Nope.
We're going back to Vancouver. So, which is really great because Vancouver's supposed to be the most beautiful place ever.
Yeah, it is.
But just in case you want a little update, there it is.
Okay, guys. Well, we love you. Have a good day. Bundle up out there and be safe.
It's cold out there.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye.